Hi everyone, it's Kasia from Tarot Map and it's Friday. I'm going to treat it as it's Monday and I'm going to do some work, okay? I have been doing quite a few readings recently and I thought it's time to catch up on my tarot reviews. So I'm going to show you today Lua Tarot. It's by Maree Bento. You may know Maree from the Divine Muses Oracle. And if you do not know this deck, you can see a review I did on Divine Muses on my channel. I might link it up and might show up in the corner there. I did also an interview with Maree about Divine Muses and just in general. She also created Antiquarian Tarot and she likes collage decks. And these, as you can see, also are collage cards, and there's a lot of research that went into the book about archetypes, about the people used in the cards, about just alchemical process as well. So it's a really fascinating and beautifully published deck. So Maree has been around. She's been very creative. She's a fellow Sagittarius. So I feel like, you know, she's a little bit like my sister. And recently she came up with Lua Tarot. It's her newest creation. So it comes in this beautiful sturdy box. It's black and white deck and it features, Lua actually means moon in Portuguese. And that's where Maree is from. So Lua features black and white tarot cards created using 19th century engravings for landscapes and people from around the globe. It includes 78 tarot cards, an alternative judgment card, which is called Evolution, like with the butterfly, and a title card and a comprehensive introduction booklet. And this is the extra card. In the booklet you get like a little intro into the history of tarot. I'm not sure if this is visible to you, but there's like a little intro into history of tarot and about the creation of Lua Tarot, which I found interesting that all of the engravings used in this deck were published in the 19th century and originally came from books, weekly illustrated magazines, catalogs and ads. And that's what I admire about Maree's work, that she really does a lot of research and she just, you know, has an open mind and it's really curious. And with Lua, she strived to excavate some fragments from the short period of time, combining portraits with the timeless landscape to create a tool that can be used by practitioners of magic, ancestral healing and inner work. It's a portal. And this is her first attempt at a digital collage tarot deck. So this is black and white deck, as I mentioned, and then she goes into the four virtues also that she mentions here from the traditional perspective, and then you get description of each of the archetype with planet and element, keywords, also kind of like a key phrase. So the magician would be the magus of power, the high priestess, the priestess of the silver star, and a description. Same for every minor. And then you have also some like ways to use the cards, some ritual and drawing cards, tarot spreads. And appendix is the association between the court cards and the Myers-Briggs type indicators as well, which I thought was also interesting. So as you can see, a lot of information in that little white book. And the cards are a usual tarot size, I think. Let me just grab one. Yeah, it's 7 times 12 centimeters. Great paper, you know. It doesn't have the texture on it, but it's really nice quality. It's not sticky and it shuffles it shuffles great. So if we just want a riffle shuffle, I mean, it maybe could have had a little bit more bend. It feels more like an arty paper, but it still shuffles well, and I think it's going to, you know, give a little. So these are the bags, and sorry, just straighten it up a bit. So these are the bags. Black and white, beautiful. And here we're going to take a look at the style of these engravings and the collage kind of work that Maree did with this. So take a look at this, and I hope you can see it well. And I'm just going to go through all the cards so you can see as usual. And this deck seems very kind of inclusive of different body types, different ages, different cultures. People come from like all over the place. As you can see, I think that collage work that she did is immaculate. It's really beautiful. Well, I love the star. It's so gorgeous. I love the sense of breeze that goes through her robes. Brings in this sense of movement and, you know, like that out breath that comes maybe welcomed after the tarot, after the Tower card, right? And Two of Cups. As you can see, a lot of this, because it's 19th century, is this Victorian kind of style of engravings and artwork in general. It's very Rider-Waite-Smith based. So if you know how to read Rider-Waite-Smith, this is not going to be a difficult deck to read for you. I think actually it's going to be a great reader. I haven't used it that often yet because, you know, it's one of those decks that arrived in the big batch while I was in Croatia, and now I'm kind of catching up with all of them. So it will take time for me to really sit down with each one of them and read, but I'm going to use this one for readings maybe this week. And I love that she used Chiron in Temperance because she's a Sagittarius as well, so I know where she was coming from. Temperance is connected to the sign of Sagittarius from the Golden Dawn associations, and Chiron, even though there is, you know, debates in astrology, often also is connected to the Sag. Four of Coins, King of Coins. So as she mentioned, there is two cards for the Judgment, so I'm going to put this evolution aside so that we can see Queen of Coins. I love her. Take a look. She's kind of cool, earthy and proud. Four of Cups. So as you can see, the Rider-Waite-Smith associations are great, very recognizable, but yet the artwork is kind of not boring, you know, it's a bit different. And I love that it kind of has this feel of a vintage deck, that she didn't make it very contrasting white and black. It's kind of this, it's got shades of grays. It looks like an old illustrations, right? As if you found like an old deck. The High Priestess. The Moon. Maree often changes the, she has like solar feminine and lunar masculine, which I kind of enjoy, that she, you know, plays with that gender roles, that Moon is always associated with the feminine, and she often places the masculine with the Moon, which I personally quite like. Death. There's Three of Coins, Nine of Coins, Seven of Cups, a little bit different to the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith. Queen of Swords, probably Victoria herself, at least she looks like it. I love the Empress. And I love that she has the guitar rather than a baby. Just the creativity. I think if you don't have children, sometimes the Empress can become attached to, mother-like in this traditional sense. But yeah, I like when they show Empress a bit more creative in many different aspects, not just as, you know, mothering. Two of Swords. I like that kind of perspective, you know, that you look to both two different directions, like Knight of Cups, Five of Cups. Maybe the traditional symbolism is a little bit different here, but you can see that flow of waterfall when the Five of Cups always encourages to express emotions, express, feel, let go, move on. And if not let go, then at least, you know, kind of experience. So here we have these two judgments. So one is more traditional, with the Judgment card kind of reminding us more of the Rider-Waite-Smith, right, the angel and so on, and evolution as that kind of transformative, following your calling, spreading your wings type of judgment. So Ace of Swords, Justice, I like the little owl, Ten of Swords. I love this Page of Coins, so beautiful. Five of Coins, the Magician. I like that she is the magician. The Sun. So you could see, like, there was a moon on the male on the moon card and a female on the Sun card. Six of Cups, Eight of Wands, traditional. King of Cups. I like that she also played with the genders here, because and that's why maybe in the booklet as well she does mention, you know, the associations with Myers-Briggs types. Three of Cups, they look like fates. Strength, I actually do love that strength. I don't know, somehow I really love how her facial expression is. She's kind of like grounded, earthy, kind of self-confident, but in this really quiet way. I love it. Ace of Coins, Ten of Wands, Seven of Wands, Nine of Cups, Two of Coins. I know how I like how the sea is accentuated with those huge waves. It can help sometimes with interpretation. So Nine of Swords. Four looks like a, yeah, like a grave in a park or somewhere. Knight of Swords, Eight of Coins, King of Swords. I love her too. Just I don't know, she just feels so comfortable in her body, and it's really beautiful, and the cat is cool. King of Wands, Seven of Coins, Wheel of Fortune. Oh, that's interesting. What does it show? Well, can I just take a quick look at the Wheel of Fortune? Let's just see what she says about it and how the book reads. So you can take a look at this Wheel of Fortune, and she says the Lord of the forces of life, right? It's Jupiter. So the keywords are fortune cycles, like opportunity, going with the flow, constant change, risk, reward, turning points, and chronicity, controlling your destiny. So she says the Wheel of Fortune is about the cycles of fate and the winding path of life dotted with successes and failure. When opportunity knocks, do you open the door? A portal opens representing the wheel around which life's ups and downs revolve. The person in the center is at its still point, at peace with the flow of life. Oh, okay, so this that's where she's coming from. The person near the edge of the wheel is searching for that flow, but is prone to larger waves of emotion when reacting to life's events. One can change their destiny by finding their power in being centered, no matter what faith reveals. As Jupiter card, there is an air of optimism and expansion. So, okay, I can see where she's coming from with these good explanations. So you can see that she actually explains what symbols and how she saw the symbols, which I actually really love in in the companion books, you know. I'm really interested at what the author saw and why they used this particular image. And sometimes they're not so obvious for everybody, so I love when it's being actually explained in the booklet. Three of Swords. I quite like it that it doesn't have the heart, but just like this sensation of swords hanging around you. Ten of Cups. Eight of Swords. Page of Wands, the Sphinx. Two of Wands. The Devil is the Pan. And the Seeker, so the Fool. And I love this Hermit, it's so cool. The Granny. And the Hermit. So this is the Lua Tarot from 19th century engravings. And this is how the cards would look together. So we have that evolution card. We have the Eight of Swords that blocks our evolution a bit. And then we have Ten of Cups. So somehow maybe, you know, that little boy with the trumpet, he will shake up those walls of the maybe traditional looking at things or limited thinking in general, and we move towards the feeling a little bit, and that will speed up and help us to spread our wings rather than feel stuck. Maybe we become that bird that flies away from, you know, the constraints of the physical attachments in some way. So this would be the Lua Tarot by Maree Bento. I think this is a really beautiful deck, and if you're a fan of black and white decks, yeah, you might really enjoy this one. So much love, all the best, and I speak to you soon. Bye.